Hello everyone, welcome back to Cheap RV Living. My name is Brian Gifford and I just want to say we're so glad you're here with us today. For those of you who've been with the channel before, thank you for your continued support. For those of you new to the channel, we hope you find this video informative and helpful in your journey. And with that, let's just get right into it. Today we have Mel joining us and telling us a little bit about her story. It's such a pleasure for you to join us today and tell us a little bit about yourself and so forth, so I appreciate you taking the time to do that.
Well, Brian, thank you for welcoming me on to speak more about how I live on the road and how I make it work.
Awesome, excellent. So let's just get right into this. You're traveling in your vehicle. What kind of vehicle is it?
This is a 2011 Toyota 4Runner SR5 4x4, and she is my home on wheels.
That's awesome, very cool. And how long have you had it?
I have had her for about 8 years now.
Okay, awesome.
We've done about 100,000 plus miles together.
Wow,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Now, what's the longest you've traveled? Because you're not full-time.
I'm not.
You're not, but
I'd like to be.
Yeah, of course. It's a great lifestyle, you should. What's the longest you've traveled in it at one time?
At one time was about 30 days.
Wow.
We did about 30 days. I actually caravanned with another friend who lived out of her 4Runner, similar setup, for about a month.
Very cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Where all did you go?
We started in Utah, and so we did southern Utah, saw all the national parks there, even though Utah is basically one big national park.
It is, it's gorgeous there.
Yeah, yeah. So we did Moab and went up to the Tetons, and we actually brought our dirt bikes.
Cool.
Yeah, I have a neat rack. It's an Ultimate MX hauler.
Okay.
And it goes on the back, and it's a hydraulic jack, so I can do it by myself in 5 minutes, which is extra important to me because it's hard to find help.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. That
Yeah.
sounds so fun. Now, why do you choose to camp in your vehicle versus a hotel or a motel or even a tent? Why in your vehicle?
I'm not much of a planner.
Okay.
I find it more fun to be able to pick up and go whenever. And especially after the pandemic, the prices have been astronomical for finding accommodations to rent.
True.
Yep. And also, if you fly somewhere, then you have to rent a car, and there's a huge shortage on those. And so I just find it more convenient to be able to pick up and go, and I don't have to rely on anyone, and I'm pretty nimble, so I can go into a lot of different places.
That's true. With this kind of setup, that is such a nimble thing. And that's one of the first things that I noticed about your setup was how simple yet effective it was when you were camping here. So, by the way, I met Mel last year camping here in the campground, and I was immediately impressed with how simple and nimble her whole setup was. So, that's why I wanted to do an interview with you today. So, now, how often do you use your vehicle as a second home?
I find myself doing it more often than not.
That's perfect. That's excellent.
Where I live isn't necessarily where I want to be all the time.
Okay.
And so this gives me the opportunity to get away a lot of weekend warrior trips, but also I can do week stints here and there, probably a few times a month, I'd say.
Okay.
And at least every weekend.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. That's excellent. Now, do you ever have any concerns about safety on the road?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I will find myself doing solo travels because it's more important for me to be able to go on trips, and rather than wait for someone else to be able to come with me and that sort of thing. It's more important for me to go than to not. But
True.
Then that puts me on the road as a single female by myself. And yeah, that is concerning. But that's also another reason why I like my car, because I can lock it at night.
Very true.
I also am hyper aware of my surroundings, if you will.
Which is so important. So very important. So, okay.
So for instance, what I also do to help with safety is I assess every situation when I come into camp.
Mm-hmm.
And I also keep my driver's side clear. When I'm in a place where I don't know where I'm at, I back into spots, so it's really easy to get out if I need to in a quick
That's
move.
so smart. I never thought about the backing into spots so that you can just bolt ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And you, from inside where you sleep, you can just jump into the driver's seat, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, so you
Exactly.
don't have to go outside or anything like that.
No, I
That's
try not
huge.
to go outside if I don't have to at night.
Yeah, no, I can't blame you. So, um, now I know that sometimes you need to work from the road. And so how do you do that? What's your setup like? Tell me a little bit about your work and how that looks on the road.
Yes, so absolutely, I do have to work when I'm on the road.
Hmm.
And what I end up doing, it's with the type of job I have, I work in finance, and so I have multiple screens that I need to focus on. So I do carry a monitor with me, which is a little cumbersome.
Okay.
However, it's absolutely essential for me to be able to have multiple screens.
Hmm.
In doing so, I have a Goal Zero Yeti 400
Okay.
that I use.
Yep.
And that powers my monitor and also powers my computer as well.
Okay.
And yeah, but internet is also a big.
So how do you get by that?
Well, I have a couple options. I have my phone as I use as a hotspot,
Okay.
and I also have a jetpack.
Oh, perfect. So
Yeah,
mobile hotspot, essentially
exactly. So I
dedicated.
kind of have a backup plan.
Now, do you have, what service do you use? Are they different services? Are they the same service?
It would be smart to have a separate service.
Okay.
I have Verizon.
For both of them.
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
If I were to do it over again, and what I would like to consider in the future is having one be a separate carrier.
Okay.
I do look at different apps prior to going places.
Okay.
Campendium is one of them that I use, and
They're
it does tell me what I have to expect as far as cell coverage,
Okay.
and even recreation.gov.
Oh, do they have that now?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
I'm always looking for different places to stay. A lot of times I'm looking for ones that might even be free.
Okay.
For the most part, I enjoy boondocking more than a traditional campsite. It gets you away from people and kind of lets you enjoy nature a little bit more.
Absolutely. I could not agree more. So, um, now, one other question that everybody always wants to know, how do you stay clean on the road? If you're traveling for 30 days, how do you stay clean?
That is
Everybody wants to know this.
Everyone wants to know this.
Yes.
It's a great question. I do have a solar shower that I
Nice.
bring with me.
Perfect.
And I also have baby wipes.
Mm-hmm. Everybody
And
does. Yeah.
they are a must.
Yeah.
And, I look to Mother Nature for the lakes and the rivers and the hot springs.
Yeah, just jump right in and you feel so much cleaner and relieved.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's
Exactly.
excellent. So, now besides working, I mean, work is work. We all know that. But what other things do you do while you're on the road? So you get to these beautiful areas. What are some of the things that you do in your spare time, or things that you like to fill your time with?
Gosh, there's just so much out there. I absolutely enjoy hiking,
Mm-hmm.
riding my dirt bike, exploring new trails, and kind of finding out the area that I'm really in.
Okay.
And that's how I end up finding some of my camp spots. But as of recent, this last year, I've gotten into photography quite a bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
a lot of landscape.
Landscape. Okay.
Yeah.
And I've noticed on your Instagram, feeds and so forth, the beautiful photography. Like,
Oh,
I'm
thank
just
you.
so impressed with it.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, that's wonderful. You also have a stand-up paddleboard.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And it's an inflatable one.
Nice.
So that also comes with me everywhere I go. And
Okay. Where do you just sit in the back seat or in the bed area? Where do you sit it when it's deflated?
when it's deflated, it fits into a nice backpack.
Okay.
So when I'm traveling, I put the seat up, the back seat up,
Mm-hmm.
so I can put it in there with my cooler and camp van.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
cool. So now you lead quite an adventurous life, and I'm so impressed with this. What led you to this? What inspired you to live the life that you live? Because it's a great life.
Well, that's a really great question. And I do get asked that from time to time.
I'm sure, yeah.
And to be honest with you, about 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of cancer.
Okay.
And I'm now in remission and I beat it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. However, it's really opened my eyes to live as if you're dying. We only have today, and it's so important that you really get the most out of life and explore it and find your way in it and not to put it off. And so I'm trying to just really live life.
Yeah. Oh, that's excellent. I mean, yeah, that's a life-changing thing for you. And you certainly do everything that you want to do, and you're not letting anything slow you down. And so that's super impressive. And I was impressed again last year when I met you that you guys are up here a lot, just exploring, having so much fun, and just living life to the fullest. And so I commend you for that. That's amazing. And with that, I think that's it. So should we go check out your vehicle now?
Yeah, let's go see what I'm working with.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Well, let's see this home on wheels.
Excellent. Ta-da!
So this is my bed, which I actually prefer over my bed at home. And what I did, I'm not a big fan of air mattresses. I've gone through so many different kinds and they all seem to deflate and I just don't sleep well on them. So what I ended up doing is getting a twin size memory foam. It's lightweight and it folds up. I think it was about $80 on Amazon.
Okay.
So I really enjoy that.
Do you get cold at all?
I don't. I have a couple different blankets and I look at the weather before I'm going somewhere.
Gotcha.
And I put on the type of blankets I need where I'm going based off.
Very stylish blanket, by the way. I like it.
Yeah, you know, we got to bring it out into nature.
Yeah, I like it. Perfect.
We can't just not have style wherever we go. So
No.
Also, it's important for me to have my devices charged.
Okay.
I keep this back there. It is a little charger, has a flashlight on it, but I charge my cell phone at night. During the day, it's solar charges, so that's super helpful for me.
Nice.
Additionally, I have a little Goal Zero light that plugs into here. Here we go.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so.
And so it has a malleable wand there, so you can kind of point it in the direction you need it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, that's super handy.
Super handy. Okay. Goal Zero.
Perfect.
Really inexpensive.
All right.
And then additionally, I keep a little lantern back here. It's nice for lighting as well.
It's very nice ambiance.
Yeah. You know, staying clean.
Staying clean. There's
baby
your wet
wipes.
Yep. That's key. That's huge.
Yeah.
All right. What next?
Well, show you $12 really well spent.
Okay. What is that?
Now, this is just a little mesh screen.
Okay.
But sometimes it gets hot at night and you want to roll down your windows, but you don't want bugs to come in.
Okay.
I am not a fan of bugs, especially during the day. Roll down the windows, put this over them.
Oh, it's like a sock.
Yeah, exactly. It just fits right over it. Roll down your windows.
Oh, that is perfect.
Everything basically has a home and a purpose.
Okay.
So again, I leave these on either side of the doors just so it's quick, easy access. It's where I need it to be. I keep my headlamps here.
Oh, that's clever.
Also easy to get to, but even in the evening time, it makes for a nice reading light.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, so I keep these here. It's
okay.
Where it needs to be.
Yeah.
When I'm traveling, what I end up doing is I fold my seats up.
Okay.
My memory foam lays down like that. I stack my bags back there, and then my cooler, camp bin, and paddleboard all ride back here.
In the back seat, okay.
Exactly. And then I have this.
What is that?
Hard to see right here, but it is for animals where you have your dog so you don't get the hair on the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a little hammock, if you will.
Okay.
And so that will sit up and it protects my seats because a lot of times when I'm moving the camp gear in and out, it gets very dirty. And so
dirty and just a lot of abrasion and so forth.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's really come in handy for that purpose.
Okay. And you have a headlamp on each of the headrests, which I love that idea because it keeps it organized so you know where they're at. And it, like you said, it gives you light if you want to read or whatnot. So that's just a really cool setup. I want to get a view from this direction. And look at this view. You have the lake out there. That is gorgeous. That is so cool. The thing I like about your setup is that it can be done on any vehicle, any SUV, any Subaru. You don't have to have this particular vehicle. It's a system that you can do with almost anything.
Exactly, and that's what I really like. Again, the memory foam was absolutely perfect. I think it's about 2.5 inches.
Okay.
And it's a twin size, and that's what I found to fit the best on the back is a twin size
Perfect.
mattress topper size, if you
Okay.
will.
And you didn't have to cut it down or anything?
No, the
Okay.
full size you do.
Okay.
And my friend with the other 4Runner, she had to cut hers down. But you can actually get different size memory foam and have it custom cut. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
want to have it custom cut, get the full size.
Okay.
Yeah,
You can do that.
exactly.
Now, what would you, we're not talking about the vehicle cost, but for the total cost of you getting into, like, with the foam and like the little window things, what do you think you're into this? Like, to set up for this?
It's pretty minimal.
Yeah.
It's pretty minimal. I'd say about $200 out the door. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's super, super cheap, super efficient. No, I think that's great. Thank you, Mel, so much for taking the time today to share with us your setup and your story. We really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me, Brian.
Of course,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, and to thank you, all of you out there watching today, please leave your comments and questions below. If you have any thoughts or if you want to ask us questions, take the time to do that. And if you liked the video today and like what we're doing here on the channel, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't forget to smash that thumbs up button as well. That's all we have for today. Thank you everyone for participating and being here so long, and see you down the road.
Happy trails.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Cheap RV Living, and I've already forgotten what I was gonna say.